Enthusiasm with multi-tonal voice.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
And we're going.
Fantastic.
Fantabulous.
Hello, Lee Dobson. How do you pronounce your last name? Dobson.
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 Yeah. It's not hard. D-O-B, Dob,
Oh, yeah.
Son.
Dr. Dobson.
Dr. Dobson.
Do you remember that when you were in school, they used to say, like, last names used to be, like, if you were, like, a miller, it means that you used to have, like, a mill back in the day.
Mm.
You know, or, like, and was it the Anglo-Saxons used to be, like, if you're Jameson, you're, like, son of James. So what would Dobson be, like, your son of Dob?
Dobby the house elf.
Well, I think that came after the name.
Did it, though?
Go Google it. What would
I'm
it be?
gonna Google it actually.
Put it up, Lee. Put it up, Lee.
Dobson meaning.
Yeah, hards.
Yeah.
The
Well,
ancestors
Hards.
of the name Dobson date back to the Anglo-Saxon tribes of Britain. The name is
that's right,
derived from when the Dobson. Hang on. I've misspelled my own name. This is Donson.
Donson.
Dr. Donson.
Dr. Donson.
Anyway.
Medieval English origin. There we go. We'll leave it as
Wow.
that.
Fascinating.
There we go. What's
Yeah,
that?
I wonder what, like, your ancestors were, like, 500-600 years ago. What do you think they did?
You've done the test.
Oh, yeah, you've done the Ancestry.com, was it?
Yeah, the Ancestry.com. Yeah, I was very British actually. I was hoping for something a bit
Full
more,
white Caucasian.
spicy in there.
Spice in there.
But yeah, I've left with a lot more questions than answers really. But it said 70% British, and then there was a lot of European,
Oh, yeah.
the sort of Scandinavian, and then Southern European, and then there was the odd. I was 1% European Jew.
Oh, that's
Oh.
pretty good.
Yeah, and then
Handy.
there was a little wisp of Southeast Asia in there, less than 1%.
So you got a bit of spice in
which was
there.
odd.
Great uncle had a good trip to
Yeah, I think so. And I had a hell of a weekend in Bangkok.
That's brilliant.
Yeah, so we were just discussing, weren't we, how uncandid we should be on the podcast. Just how, yeah.
I
Do
think-
you think there are things we shouldn't talk about, or is everything fair game? Because bringing everyone on, I think this is all just an experiment. I think we should.
Just to clarify, everything here is alleged.
Yeah.
Alleged.
Allegedly, yeah.
Yeah. We should get our guests to guide us through what.
Sound like
they
an,
think.
you need to get like some documentation, like a release
NDA.
form, and then
Yeah. Because the podcasts are like most are when people are just totally honest about
yeah,
things.
you need to get
And
like,
a lot of them are, they're in business and things, and they don't seem to worry about too much. Well, some do, but some just totally honest and just say.
the best kind of podcast presenter is one that can get their guests to let their guard down.
Yeah.
Lee, take your pencil.
I didn't sign for that.
Hey, Dan, hold him down.
Where's that release form?
But yeah, I guess a good example recently is Elon Musk, who obviously his stock has plummeted since that podcast of him smoking.
That's ridiculous, isn't it? I'm sure we'll go back up
It's
though.
interesting though how
Why
sensitive
would
it
that?
is.
Why would that cause it to plummet?
Because there's such a
that's anti-marijuana.
well, not even that. It's such a PC brigade on the internet these days. Like he done this, I'm going to pull out, and all these old book investors are like, yeah, I'm not going to do that investment anymore. But then the new style, like millennium of investors, are like, yeah, that's cool.
It'll bounce back, won't it?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, it's just a quick shock to the system. I think it'll get way stronger because of it.
I do.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
100%. Yeah, I don't know. It's like it's also done well for his brand as well, because obviously everyone's talking about him now, like even we are. But everyone still wants a Tesla.
Imagine the influence that he'll get from our podcast right now. Massive growth.
Yeah. Well, like we was talking about mushroom experiences on the first podcast, like whether I should be talking about that sort of thing. But I don't know. I feel like that's the beauty of the medium.
I was saying,
But then should I be more cautious, thinking,
Wait, didn't you allegedly take this though?
Allegedly, yeah, a friend of mine.
I spoke to Lee about this earlier, and I was saying this is basically like, imagine if we're just going to the pub.
Yeah.
And, we're just not at the pub.
Yeah.
Just hanging out.
Just in the dance bedroom.
That's the beauty of it, is that just say what the hell you want.
Yeah. I'd like to celebrate today that I've gone 2 months without watching pornography.
It's pretty hardcore.
Thank you.
Just the one clap. That's real supportive
Dan?
group we've got.
That's a hard one.
Yeah.
Unintended.
That's ultimate blue ball.
Yeah.
How's it affected you?
It's all right. I'm feeling. I think it's the right decision.
It's been very lonely.
Think it's. I don't think it's good for the brain. The old porn. It's,
yeah, I remember Viv was saying something about that.
To be fair though,
depends how you. Depends what sort of person. I've got an addictive personality, so it's not good for me. But if you can use it safely and sensibly, then then I think carry on. What's your relationship with porn, Dan?
I'd say a regular once a day is a
Yes.
It's the doctor away.
You say that while I'm sitting in your bed right now.
Yeah. See, that's
don't touch the bed, dude.
so that's perfectly healthy relationship. What about you?
Since I've moved out, it's
The
gone.
minimum is 8.
Since I've moved out to my own place, the intake has gone up somewhat.
Has it?
I think there's no scare of people walking in now.
But then
Do you keep the blinds open or blinds closed?
Or if I want a little wank, I leave it a little open so that you can get a little peek.
That might be. Not quite sure.
Oh, okay.
But no, I think once a day
Yeah.
at the moment.
Allegedly.
Yeah. Allegedly.
Sorry, Mum.
Yeah. So I had a solid 8-year period of between
You're
five
a
to
heavy-
10 a day.
I measure your world record. Actually.
You was a heavy doser, wasn't you?
Yeah. I can't do anything in moderation.
That addictive personality.
You want that PB to break.
Yeah. All or nothing. Yeah. But no, I'm feeling good about it. I think it's the right decision.
But then what's the difference? I think there's such a difference in quality between when you were younger, there was you never knew porn. And then when now you've got full access to anything in the world.
Just that constant variation, and our brains just didn't evolve
Pete's
to
gonna
have
listen to
access
this, by the way.
to that. Yeah, whatever.
Shout out to Pete.
Shout out to Pete.
What
My granddad.
Him and his Harley Davidson.
Yeah. Pete's seen it all.
He's lived a good life.
Yeah.
He's living it.
Yeah, he is. And his bachelor pad on the pond.
That and the massage chair.
Yeah.
The oxygen tanks.
Yeah. Yeah, he's got it. He's
Got
got it
better
made.
than
Yeah, he's got an enormous reading machine now as well, so he can read books. You put the books under it, and it's like a microscope that magnifies it on a big
It's
screen.
like back in primary school, you put the sheets on the projector.
Yeah, but then it goes on a big screen,
Yeah.
and you can scroll across and read. He's got everything. Although he's had a really bad ear infection for the last month. But other than
A
that,
month long ear infection.
yeah, weird.
So there's spiders that are just crawling around him.
Yeah, must be it.
Your wildlife garden's doing too well.
There's too many wildlife there.
Yeah, just tarmac it all.
Just bulldozer.
Could you imagine?
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah, that'll solve it. But yeah,
So what's new, Lee? How's it been since you got your own place?
Loving it. It's been a month today, actually.
Is it?
Yeah. Love the freedom, I think, more than anything. I can just have people around when I want. Be as loud as I want.
I can't wait for the day. The thing is, as much as I'd love to move out, there is something about... I love the independence. That's the thing I always keep thinking, because when I lived in London, I used to come home, no one's home, just relaxing. But being home now, I've been here for 2 years, over 2 years, and there's always someone home. It is quite welcoming at some degree.
yeah, there are plus and minuses on both
There is.
sides, aren't there?
But this is where podcasts come in for me. So I've always got podcasts on in the background, I'm cooking, whatever. So it feels like
Absolutely.
you kind of got some
Do you think you'd
white
be one of
noise.
those people that pays those Asian girls to just eat?
I mean, I'm not going to rule it out at this stage, but no, I'm not there yet.
Not there yet.
But no, it's a bit of a learning curve as well. Like even the other day, I didn't know whether my chicken had gone off. And I just googled it. I was like, "How's my chicken gone off?" Like,
an actual
like cooking. I was like,
breast or something.
I don't know if it's gone off. 'Cause I bought a fresh one.
You
I was
can smell it.
yeah, I did smell it in the end. And then I rang my mum up and she just laughed at me. So I was like, I'm not bringing her again.
Adulting
adult
classes.
life. Yeah. And just even the most boring things like bills now. It's just a bit more stressful. Apart from that, okay.
I can't wait.
So tell us about your work. Tell us about Bulldog. How did it come about? What's the evolution been? What's
The
your
evolution.
role?
Well, so my role is head of strategy, which even I don't really know what that means. It does just do
Doesn't matter.
things.
Yeah.
Bulldog is a digital media company.
It's a digital marketing agency, so if you're going to be top of Google, you call us, and we do the magic behind the scenes. But yeah, I was the first employee of Gareth Balls, who's the founder, and then it's 25 of us now, 4 or 5 years later. So
Crazy.
So you've been having some recent expansions, haven't you?
yeah, it's been well. If you take January last year, there was 8 of us. Today there's 25, so it's been a rapid growth. But with that is the operational side that's not caught up. So right now we've got a bit of a headache of trying to actually have a proper organisational chart and having managers and line managers.
Yeah, it's been growing so quickly.
Yeah.
Dan's obviously got a real good insight as an outsider because he films in there,
Yeah.
so he sees it.
How have you decided how to structure the growth? Like you say, you take on more people and you work out systems.
Yeah.
And so you say, the charts and stuff. Where do you go? Where do you start?
I
Do
guess
you,
it's
do you
like-
ask other people who've already done it, do courses or research on the internet? How do you decide what systems to put in place?
I think what's worked well recently for us is getting people either from other agencies or someone that's already got experience that's come in to us, because we don't know, obviously, as you said, we don't really know how else we should do it. So like we just took another guy on recently who's like an account manager, so he's one that will look after our clients and speak to them and update them about how it's going. And he'll come in and be like, you haven't got this, you need to do this, blah blah blah, and set up the systems in place. Another one like Buzz come in from another agency and he brought a ton of like wealth of knowledge from that. So that's been great, but your organic growth, we just like piss in the wind really. We don't really know what we're doing to start with, and then once you get more and more clients coming in, you're like, shit, we need to fulfill this work.
Which is there's a great realisation as you get older that everyone's winging it most of the time.
It's like fake it till you make it.
Yeah, and it's very reassuring when you realise that, isn't it? You're like, that's cool. Well, everyone's
Again, though, I think with the internet now, there's a lot of these entrepreneurs become like sexy on YouTube now.
It's just such a fad word. There used to be the traditional sense of entrepreneur, which was like, I feel was a bit more respected. But now everyone that's like makes a WordPress website is like an entrepreneur now.
Hello. So yeah, it's like that, and then like hustle and all this. Like
grinded.
This is now
Hustle
like
grind.
the new fad, I guess, where people are like, you don't need friends, you need to work 24/7, you don't need to sleep, this and that.
That actually brings me, I think it was Bill Burr or Joe Rogan that said about how we're not supposed to be communicating through social networks. Like, it's killed like our communication between people, friendships, like a whole like swipe left, swipe right mentality of like not knowing who people are.
Yeah.
And like that's so dangerous. And I guess that affects business as well.
There's even apps now. There's like a Tinder, but for entrepreneurs, where you're searching for people to do business stuff with.
How much do you pay for that?
Add that to my subscription list. But no, I think you're right though. So I've tried to cut. I don't like texting much. I'd rather call people.
Yeah.
I like instant responses, or just even gauging someone's response. Like when you're reading a text, you can read that in 4 or 5 different ways. Like, they're pissed off, or they're being sarcastic or jokey, and then that's when you like start thinking, and your brain's like, bleh. Where I like to actually phone someone up and physically be like, I'd rather do a 2-minute convo than have a 10-minute text.
Yeah.
Like,
And especially if there's like gaps, man, like with your emails and this, they haven't responded in half an hour. I'd rather just want to know the answer.
Yeah, I mean, some like for emails, there's a time and a place for that, especially when in like business world anyway, because you want things in writing. But yeah, phone calls, they're much more personal in my opinion. And you can, as I say, just gauge someone's reaction. And you can get stuff done quicker.
See, I've always, I don't like phone calls very much because I'm quite body language driven. When it's only voice on the phone, I always find that I'd rather face to face or writing. I don't like phone calls very
If it was between texting and phone calls, would you go full Skype, FaceTime?
No, I don't know. Yeah, so maybe I'm talking out my arse. Problem is Skype though, isn't it? They have to have the camera. If the camera's not quite in the, if what they're looking at's not quite in the right place, and they're not looking right in the camera screen, and that's the worst way.
Oh, so it looks like you're looking.
Yeah, it looks like they're looking away from you while they're talking.
Wonky eye.
Yeah, so you have to put. They have to put the you right below where their camera is for it to see.
Yeah, I never think of that. Christ, the amount of meetings I must do when they're like, what the hell's he doing?
It's worth thinking about if you just move them just below your webcam.
That, and also where you place the camera, you've got the double chin going on.
Well, yeah.
We got the right angle.
That's what I think. Yeah, you need to employ a lighting beauty makeup.
Yeah, I wonder if I know anyone that knows camera work or lighting. Don't know. Do you know anyone?
No. I don't know. I'll let you know if I think.
Hey,
should we send the word out on the entrepreneur app?
Looking for
entrepreneur Tinder. Yeah.
So yeah, that's my story of that.
Yeah,
that's cool. It's been fun. It's been interesting watching it.
It is really interesting. You know, I was talking to a friend of mine recently about, like, she's been working in the fashion industry for a while now, and it's such dog eat dog. Like, people are ruthless, and it's such a. I mean, this is from my experience as well, but like, you never see who the true people are. It's always a persona. Everyone's got like this shield about them because you're always scared you're going to lose your job or someone's going to beat you or something. So it really affects you mentally as well. And you never know how to actually like relax and be yourself. But I feel like that's now spread, which used to typically be within fashion and creative industries. But now, especially within digital marketing world or social media world.
Yeah, it's very opinionated because there's no real recipe for success, especially like SEO. It is all like, you're testing and it's your recipe for how to get to the top of Google. So everyone's got their own opinion. Everyone thinks, oh, I'm better than someone, and then you get these egos now. Like you go on Twitter for the SEO industry, and there's so many egos, and think, I'm number one. I'm going to take this guy down. Blah blah blah. But yeah, it's just.
Do you think there's a lot of with what you do? Do you think you can what's the word? Like work with other people together, so like two companies can work together. So like I do that. Like in the video production world, I find a lot of people that I hired to help me or like get involved. You know, it's not as much as like I'm going to make sure I get this job instead of you. It's like, oh, actually, can we work on this together? Collaborate even.
Yeah, I mean, it can do. I mean, we've worked with a couple of people before, collaborating like PR style, kind of in that essence, where, or we have like web developers because we don't have that capacity in house to do that. So we work with some web developers, etc. So there is, in some essence, yes, it can work. I found that most partnerships or even a white label solution is never tend to work. There's too much red tape.
Yeah. Well, like restrictions on their end.
Yeah, just like you're passing messages to someone who's got to pass to someone else, and then they don't really know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
And they're trying to give you information. It just prolongs the campaign, and then the client gets a bit agitated. And I'd rather work directly with the client because you can just cut all that out, and you've just got direct access to it.
Is there any worry about people trying to steal clients as well?
You set things in place for that. So you, like in a contract or whatever, that you can't take them on or you can't do this and that to protect you.
Yeah, because I was worried about that when I hired like a freelancer. Because I've got a little book, it's like an imaginary black book of people that I've worked with in the past that I know I can rely on.
Yeah.
And when I do get new people on board, and I'm like, man, I hope that like if I'm not there, if I have to set something up, they're not like, hey, you should totally come do some stuff with us.
Well, again, you just need to have that in place or protect yourself a bit or something, but like an NDA.
Yeah. So I'm a bit more. People don't do stuff.
One thing you seem to do very well at Bulldog is having a good company culture. There's a feeling of everyone seems to be mates and seems like everyone feels like a team in it together.
Yeah.
Sort of spirit. Do you think is that something you actively work on? Or
Yeah, 100%. Like at the end of the day, Bulldog is the people. Like,
yeah,
you don't have a company without the people, so you need to make sure that people are on board with your mission statement or what the whole company's about. And if you don't get on with your team or you're not enjoying work, you're not going to give your best results. So what's the point? So yeah, we are quite active on our culture. We did do recently an actual full survey that we sent out to every member of staff and asked them questions like, what do you like, what you don't like, what would you like to see improved, etc. And yeah, it's like, so they feel like they're supporting that as well. And
I feel like so much of management's that emotional intelligence, isn't it? And working out what makes people tick and saying what makes you tick, what do you want out of life, how can I help you get that?
Achieve your goal. Like everyone wants to help each other move forward. Like if someone's like struggling a bit, it's not a case of they're crap or they're shit. We want to help them and actually get through that. And I think again, it's just making sure everyone's happy. You spend most of your time at work, so you must make it enjoyable, right?
Yeah.
So
I think it's also really, because I've seen that kind of growth as well, and it's like there is a lot of pros and cons with it, and it's like you can really see it, especially as an outsider. Like when you give someone that freedom, like I've never seen any other company that has as much freedom and big work ethic as Bulldog does. But it does come with its cons. I think I've seen people that take the mick and they really like try to pull the wool over your eyes and try to take advantage of that atmosphere. And sometimes you do have to turn around a few staff because of it, and you're thinking like, you really don't. You're really trying to,
yeah. Without sounding like horrible, there's like a queue of people who want to work at the company. So because of that culture and because of everything we do, and everyone's like, I want to work at Bulldog. So if you're not putting your weight or you're not performing,
I guess part of that, if you've got a good team, the rest of the team are going to pick up on that and be.
You're only as strong as your weakest link at the end of the day.
Yeah. So, but how do you? So, have you had people that you've had to let go? It's very difficult to actually fire people. Isn't it?
From a HR point, it is as well. Like there's so many. Obviously, there's protection for staff, which there should be, but you have to make sure you're giving the right notice and you give them a chance to improve and all that stuff or to prove it.
Yeah.
But you have to be very careful when sacking people.
You have to pay redundancy, don't you?
Not really.
When does it get to that point?
I think it's based on the length of service. I mean, I couldn't say what the length it is, but I think correct me if I'm wrong, I think the first 2 years you kind of have flexibility on that, and then the longer service you have, obviously the more grandfather rights you'll get.
Yeah. So have you had to let many people go?
Let me put it. I think about 2 since I've been
it's been more than
3.
It's more like 4 or 5.
Nope.
Yeah, but I think some of them might be like cybers. I'm talking about Bulldog in general.
Oh, right.
The last person that we let go, I was involved in that one, and it's tough. I hate doing it. Like you don't want to do it, but they do things that you just can't not do it.
Yeah,
you let them know.
You're letting the whole team down if you don't do it.
Yeah, as well. Just to chime in, the thing that like annoys me when I witness something like that is like you've got the coolest opportunity to get massive in this company. You got all these amazing perks, and you still trying to be a dick about it. If you're talking about the person I think you're talking about.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what I can and can't say, but yeah, I think like they did a couple of things that was just like massive red flags. Like you just can't do that, and it could put the client in jeopardy as well. Like we have to just stop it in the bud.
Yeah.
So we've done that, and the guy, he got really upset, and I was like, again, what do you do? Like it's just, it is hard, but we all, would help him find somewhere else, or you're just not the right fit for us at the end of the day, and we wanted to help him. It's not like we're just saying, see you later. But yeah, it is tough. I don't like it. I did it even in my previous job when I did it.
If you had many people that have sort of it's come close to that, but you've talked them through it, and then they've worked it out and got better.
Yeah, it's like there's times you put people on performance plans and stuff. Even I've been on a performance plan before. Like you do sometimes, you just get in a bit of a rut, and you just need that. You need that pick me up.
What's the performance plan?
So, say you're just not performing to company expectations or something, and you'd be like, right, we want to, we notice you're not doing as well as you should be, or we really want to help you improve that. Here's like some targets for next quarter, and we want to make sure you hit those, and we'll support you. And then if you don't hit those, obviously there is consequences, but we want to make sure again, it's making sure everyone's moving forward at the end of the day. But
what would you say the consequences were if they didn't?
So
hit them?
if you don't get that, it's like disciplinary procedures, and it's all that kind
start to go through the
you have to go through the whole system.
Yeah.
But again, we don't want to do that. We want to make sure people are.
Do you have someone who advises you through that? Say
we've got
like the legal stuff.
Yeah, we've got an external HR person that we pay. And then we also have a guy in the office who handles some of the HR stuff as well, and then they'll liaise together. But so if we have issues, we'll go to that person, and then they'll advise us what to do. Because again, you can get in so much trouble if you do something the tiny bit wrong legally. You can get in so much trouble and fines and sued and legal battles and courts. It's just done.
Yeah, absolutely. It's unfortunately, Mum and Paul have an absolute nightmare with a lot of things over there, but they always sort it out. But like you say, some people taking the piss, and you get all frustrated, but you can't just just have to follow. You just have to bite your tongue, go through the correct procedures, and
there's times where
it's hard to watch sometimes.
There's times where like something will happen, and in the heat of the moment you want to do so, you were like, no, calm down, put it back, and then you just do it properly. But no, I don't like it, but it just has to be done.
Yeah, it's one of those things, isn't it?
So let's also go back to like when you're emotional trying to make decisions. The decision makers are like insane if you're angry or anything. So like I always try to, if I'm on the brink of sending someone a message, I'm like, you know what, I'll send it tomorrow.
Sleep on it.
So much more clear-minded.
I think it was. I was listening to a podcast. It was a Tim Ferriss one. He was interviewing a lady who'd known the presidents and written books about others. I think it might have been President Lincoln, who he used to, if something he was really annoyed about happened, he would write a letter to the person. He'd write sort of an angry letter, just get it all out, and then he'd put it in his drawer. And you'd say, I'm not allowed to send that to him for 24 hours.
Yeah.
And then 24 hours would pass, and he would go, actually, I've calmed down now. I'm not going to send that.
Yeah.
So after he died, they just found this big stack of unwritten letters. Yeah.
Oh God.
Because in hindsight, if he had sent them, I think one of them was a general made a wrong decision in the war, and he was really annoyed about it because he said not to. But he wrote it, put it in the drawer. Then afterwards, thought, no, actually, if I send that, he's still out there on the front line. It might demoralise him. Blah blah blah. It wouldn't be the right thing to do. I was angry. So it's a good way of, just give yourself time before you act.
Yeah, 100%. If it's a big thing like that, where it's a big decision or a big change, you need to sleep on it and don't make it emotional. But instead, everything we do as well is to make sure it's in black and white and it's something you can show. It's not based on your own opinion. Like, look, I can't do anything. This is literally on paper. Like,
the
you've
amount
done
of times
that.
I just wanted to send people, be like, fuck you, I hate you, done. And it's like next morning, I'm like, I'm so happy I didn't send that shit.
Yeah.
I mean, on the other end of that, when you had issues with your Xbox, you're like,
oh my god,
fuck this, I'm going to sell it.
So the Xbox, I got the Xbox One and the One X, and his update's flipping massive. Like, you put a game in this like 120 gig download, and I spend like my internet's shit.
120 gig.
So it's just been insane. Well, Gears of War or something like that.
Yeah, it'll take about 4 years of your internet,
it
won't it?
took 5 days to download it, because my internet sucks. And I was playing it a week later, I put the game back in, and it's like, I have to re-download this thing. For some reason I delete it, and like, Lee's my venting point. So I'm just like, fuck this, Lee, had enough, I'm going to get rid of it. If you want to buy it, I'm done. And then like a few days later, I'm like, oh no.
Now just like, hey man, sorry, I can't. That's like our Xbox support to. I was like, sorry man, must be your internet. I don't know what to say. He's like, oh fuck this.
I'm like so done with it. And then like a month later, I'm like, the same thing repeats again. Like, Lee, had enough of this fucking shit.
Do you want to buy it?
Tell you what though, you can turn negatives into positives though. Bad days can make some of the best workouts. You just walk in pissed off, just rack up the deadlift bar,
push everyone
just
out,
rip it off the floor.
Yeah.
See ya. Yeah.
Yeah, you just like walk in, just like fuck.
Yeah, just walk in, pee out, walk out. Just like, don't talk to me. Just like, yes.
Oh my god.
Some little old man in the machine.
Oh god.
Just drop kick him in the head.
But then, like, I find as well when you go to the gym, what kind of like music you listen to? Are you more like, because you like kind of like house music? Whereas I
change
more
it.
heavy, like metal, rock.
It changes. Sometimes it'll be. I do listen to like house or dance, whatever. But then sometimes it is like grime or just heavy metal that I don't listen to usually. But that, for some reason, just in your head, you're just like releases a little. I don't know what it does.
Yeah, I mostly listen to house. I'll listen to, if I'm just having a sort of longer one that's not too heavy, I'll often listen to podcasts just to get going, and then I'll put music on as I warm up.
Work out to like,
sort of as I warm up.
Serious.
Depends if it's a long one. Sometimes depends what sort of workout you're doing. If it's
If
quite
I'm
a
on
long
the
one,
bike,
you need a bit of mental stimulation as well.
Yeah, it depends what if you're doing like something endurance based. Like if I want to go on a bike for like 40 minutes, I'll do that. But then if I want to just do like a hill climb, or if I want to do something like a spin class, I'll just put some EDM.
So, yeah, a bit of Rage Against the Machine can't go wrong. That's always a good one if you're lifting heavy.
See, recently it's like been Diddy Rascal whilst doing
so good.
on a bike, and it's just so like heavy, and you just like you just want to go.
I always used to listen to DJ Fresh.
Oh my god!
It's so. I think that was when I first started working out, but it is so energising. I recommend it. You're not impressed?
Yeah, I mean, it's just that's my normal workout. Like
But
What's one of DJ Fresh's songs?
Gold Dust, isn't it?
yeah, like go dust to hear me going through your speaker.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
Hear me mashing up your airway, and it's just so it just gets you going.
It's like
Gets your energy up.
PG-13 dance.
It's not like aggression, but it gets you.
It's like
gets you pumped up.
PG-13.
But I like recently, I think I'm just hearing more grime stuff. I was just like, man, I totally get it now. I'm more understanding of
I got it.
why it's so big.
Yeah,
Because like originally I'm like, man, I love the sound, but now it's like, man, it's just the energy. And like,
yeah. I can't really get into it. I enjoyed it watching it live. It was a bit like when I watched. I don't really listen to heavy metal. I wouldn't listen to it on my headphones, but I watched Metallica at the O2, and I watching them live. I thought, I get it now. Like you said, it's that they really brought the energy.
Yeah.
And I think seeing a bit of grime, Love Box. I think that was similar.
Yeah,
Sort of
like,
when it's
I've never-
live, you get that atmosphere.
Yeah, well, even like recently I went to Arctic Monkeys on Thursday. I hate their new album. I can't stand it. But when it was live, I kind of enjoyed it. Because it doesn't, because it's not polished and it's more raw.
Yeah, and you sort of get the
Get
atmosphere
what they're actually
of
trying
the
to get
whole.
at, but when you try and over-engineer something on an album, like a finished album, sometimes
It loses its soul a little bit.
And it's the same with so when I saw Skepta at Lovebox, like, I loved his stuff, but seeing it live was like another level. And you're around with a load of people who are really into him, and you're just like, it's just this weird vibe, and you're like, wow. Like,
you're like, you don't feel so alone as well.
Muramasa was my favourite. But I've been listening to a lot of that, but I've really enjoyed listening to that.
But do you think it was better live than when you hear the album?
I don't know. With that, I actually like the crispness of the recording.
Yeah.
Obviously, the atmosphere live was good, but I didn't listen to it again and was disappointed.
Yeah.
It was different. But it's more the sort of music I like.
Yeah.
Whereas the others, I wouldn't necessarily listen
wouldn't
to
go
it
your
by
way.
it, but I got it. I got wrapped up in the atmosphere of it. I think that's the difference, really.
Yeah, because it's like, when you use like, you're not going to like Skepta, you're not going to like, because I know obviously what you listen to, I'm like, you're not going to laugh after this, but he was like, it'll be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got a good mentality though.
Who was he was fun. The guy with the big chain. There was two of them.
To the chain.
Big Boy.
Yeah.
And that was one half of Outcast.
Right.
And obviously they were doing Outcast as well.
Okay.
That's why I really like. I think that's.
I really enjoyed that set. That was
good
fun.
Yeah. Who was? Obviously, I really liked Anderson .Paak. I was just a big fan of him.
Yeah, I'm glad he's making big.
Yeah, he's getting big now.
It's funny. I got lost for almost the whole first day.
Because we were queuing up, but we were nearly there. Like, I need to leave. Like, no, dude, we're really.
Yeah, but it was
like,
a long.
I've got to go.
It was like a 2-hour queue.
Right. So like,
I can't.
there was like you're in the middle of London, but the phone signal was jammed because everyone was too many people.
So I just couldn't contact anyone.
Go get like a walkie-talkie.
Yeah,
that's what we said.
That's what made me say it when
I've got a walkie-talkie.
when Yusuf was over with the that's what made me say these would be good for festivals. He's got the headgear, hasn't he?
Just walking around with a headgear.
Like, it's supposed to be a festival. You got headphones on.
You look official.
You'd probably get into the VIP with that.
If you wore those headsets and then you had that little fluorescent jacket that just staff, you'd just totally get away with everything.
I watched this YouTube channel with this guy. That's what he does. He just tries to get into backstage stuff. It's really funny how he films it on a GoPro.
Does he ever get in?
Yeah. So he'll pretend like to be picking up litter. So he'll put like a high vis on, gets like a clear plastic bag, fills it up with an actual whole bag of rubbish, goes to the gate, and they'll just think he's binman, so they just let him in. They don't look at anything. And he's like, shit, I'm in backstage, and he just like wanders around and just takes it off and just breaks into the festival for free.
Yeah, that's risky.
It is risky, like, and he puts it on YouTube, so surely he'll get done for it.
We'll just know
because it shows his face and everything. Or it could be a really good PR stunt.
So how would you describe Tomorrowland to someone who hasn't been before?
The best festival experience of my life. The cleanest festival of my life. Like, I've never been to a festival where I've actually come out feeling as clean as I went in.
Yeah, you wouldn't think that should be a
selling point.
Selling point, but when it so is, it makes all the because you feel like they give a shit about you. You're treated like a human being.
It's just. Even at 4 in the morning, like, you'll go and have a piss and there's someone there clearing up at 4 in the morning.
Yeah,
like
the toilet is so clean the whole time that you'd feel comfortable just sitting on it without
really
hovering or putting down toilet paper.
Because the amount of times you go to like festivals, especially in the UK, they've got a culture of throwing cups of piss about.
Yeah,
this culture of
just
why are we such a horrible race?
It's the lad culture, though.
It is, isn't it? But
I'd rather go to a festival that's way more cleaner like that. Like Tomorrowland just sounds like a
but even like it's quite funny because like even Gareth just threw like a drink. I was like, dude, they don't do that over here. Like, don't do that.
You're being an arsehole.
Yeah, you get kicked out, mate.
But no, it's the cleanest thing I think I've ever been to, and the best sound quality. Like, they use the best speakers. And everyone's just so friendly. Like, no one. You go to festival, you just get like, sometimes you can see people kicking off. I never saw one fight, I didn't see any crowd issues. Everyone's so friendly, want to talk. You know,
the mix of nationalities as well.
Yeah, I love that. Like, you see people from, there's so many, like, even I'm surprised, like Australians that fly all the way around the world, literally from one weekend.
Yeah.
That's massive.
Or there's like people from like Israel or from,
That's what I said. Yeah, I said before you went. That was the thing you can't describe as the sound quality of the speakers.
Yeah, they really give a shit about the actual production. Like, I don't know.
I spoke to you though. You said you thought some of them were too quiet.
They're quiet. The ones, I didn't like.
Did you think that was main stage? Do you thought it was too quiet?
The main stage, because it's such a big area, it's hard to make that sound good. I thought, and if you're right down the front, you're alright. But when you're walking through, like, say it out loud. Like, I guess because I was at a lot of smaller stages. And I was walking around, and obviously you're quite near the front all the time, so you get in the bed, you can actually feel the bass go through you and stuff like that. But if you're like, in the middle or like in the mix or what I call it, you just sometimes it was a bit. And it also
I suppose if you're further back or but then I almost feel like with those you almost feel like you feel the music.
I don't know. I found it. Don't get me wrong. When I first saw that stage, I couldn't believe how big it was. Like, you walk. It's like a movie when you walk towards the top of the hill. And you just see this stage emerge. You're like, wow.
I love that. I love those moments when you're going into a place and you can just hear the bass in the distance. You're like, here we go.
Yeah, and the fact it's like 18 stages. It takes like half hour to get from
18 stages?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. It takes like...
I can't remember what the capacity is, but it's...
200,000 per weekend.
Wow.
And then they had like 10,000 staff on for that. So that's a lot of people just to even staff it. And even the food, that was another thing. Yeah. The quality of food, I've like fine dining in a...
I wish I had, some Australian guy we made friends with went in the restaurant and had him shows a picture of massive T-bone steak. He said it's the best food he's ever eaten. I wish I'd gone in there.
I had like this mixed grill from one place with literally half a chicken with ribs, roast potatoes, apple sauce.
Oh shit!
I was like, I can get this good quality at home. Like it was so,
Yeah.
and it was relatively not even that expensive. I know it's like the Pearl system really fucks you over.
Dreamville, the camping area. Do you see why we made such a fuss about getting into the camping now with the ticket mix-up? Because it's so much part of the experience.
Yeah, like the Dreamville thing I do. Like,
Yeah.
I think I did. So you actually had your own tent, didn't you?
Yeah, we brought our own. You had the prefab,
like
pre-set ones.
Pre-erected tent with like blow-up air mattress and sleeping bag. Don't get the air mattress with those pile of shit.
Yeah, I don't. Well, I get the super thin ones are the best.
Oh, like the roll mat.
Yeah, the roll mat ones,
Yeah,
but then you blow them up a little bit. But yeah, I don't. The big fat flobbery ones, I don't like those.
Yeah, like you're laying there, and then like obviously, like the guy I went with, he was moving around, and I'm just like bouncing.
Yeah, I don't like those ones
I
at
just
all.
laid on the floor. I just got the
Yeah,
And it was
yeah.
so
I
hot,
think
though.
the roll mat, the thin roll mat ones that you blow up a little bit, they're the best. But Gareth was saying though, you got put on the outskirts, right next to the house.
There's like this
There's a
house.
party
Yeah,
house. Isn't
apparently
there?
every year this house they do after parties, and then it's just a normal house and just someone's back garden. And so the festival finished every day at 12. So you think, oh, that's right, good night, good night's sleep. And then because obviously you're doing 4 days, it's quite a stint. And then this house party is just banging music out till like 5, 6 in the morning, and the police kept going there to try and shut it down, and then they'll carry on again. So I got no sleep. I got like 2 hours sleep because it's like 34 degrees as well. So as soon as the sun came up, tent was like a sauna.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So-
the day we
Right,
got there,
summer.
it was 37. The day we got there. But then that night there was a thunderstorm, and we all just stood out in the thunderstorm.
Oh, we
letting
had
it rain
no,
on us.
we had no rain. We had nothing on our weekend. And there's one I got the ump so much. I was like, right, fuck this. I'm going to sleep outside. Forgot obviously how hot it was. I woke up with the biggest sunburn on my shoulders. I was like, oh fuck this up. And I was peeling the next day. My shirt was just hurting when it's touching your shoulders and stuff. Ugh.
Yeah.
No, best experience though. I'm definitely going to do it again.
What would you change now that you've been? Like,
Not camping near that house.
Yeah.
Apart from that, I don't know. I can't really fault it.
Are you saying you want to? You'd like to go big and
If we can get a
one
big
of the
enough
houses.
crowd to do the house, but you need
Yeah.
a good crowd that have got the
I
money.
actually
to do it.
like camping.
Yeah, I think I've decided probably will do the camping again because you just get to hang out with a load of people. I think if you go in the house, there could be like a load of older crowd who aren't going to be wanting to party.
Yeah, like you say. Because on the main stage, there's like a couple of like boxes at top, aren't they? And I look and I go, there's no way they're having
Even
much
that
fun.
that Red Bull tent, the club, the big building at the back,
yes,
where
yeah.
Fatboy Slim played.
Yeah.
Like in there's like a special bit for those people in there as well. So
Yeah.
you get the middle balcony.
Yeah.
And I was like, but I want to be on the actual main floor.
Yeah.
In the
I guess that
trenches.
they're
In the trenches, but
but
that's
maybe
where
they're
it
sort
is.
of older,
Yeah,
wealthy
that's what I
people who have
mean,
had
yeah.
something to do with the organisation and that
yeah,
sort of thing.
and then like they've all just got this weird like they're like looking down at you like peasant type. It's really weird.
Yeah.
So you're having way much more fun.
Exactly.
Oh,
you're
yeah.
you're involved with everyone.
You're spending that much money on this festival. You want to be like.
I'm gonna be able
in
to
it.
see the DJ a little. Well, I don't really care, but like, at least like I can kind of see it.
Yeah. Who's your favourite DJ while you're there?
I really enjoyed Fatboy Slim,
Yeah, he was one of my highlights both years actually.
but that's probably because of other things as well. But
Yeah, mine Garrett still was my favourite.
yeah, so that's the thing because you went and saw all the big name DJs and acts and stuff, and I was like the indie guy that went around all the small stages and
Yeah,
going to house tents and stuff. Cause that's just,
I
'cause I'm a bit more.
did a bit of that.
Yeah. Like the one in the forest, the little woods to it.
Yeah,
That was like my favourite.
I love just travelling between stages.
There's one called the Rave Cave. It's like a tiny cave.
That one is loud enough. That is
So you
too
went
loud.
that one.
It makes your ears. You feel like your ears are going to bleed.
Literally, it's just a little hill, and all they've done is dug a hole under the hill and called it the Rave Cave.
That's so sick.
It is about the size of this room.
No way.
Yeah,
It's a tiny little room.
Yeah. And like, it's always a queue to get in and out. There's another one, you know. There's that drink with the skull.
Not sure I had
The
that.
vodka one.
Yeah, it's like Cuba something.
Oh,
anyway,
right,
they
okay,
had their
that's
own
okay.
little side stage
Yeah,
that
yeah.
was hidden, and that was just like a nightclub. And that was really good.
Mm. Yeah.
Have you heard of that Wilderness? There's a festival in Wilderness.
Oh, is that like a mini type
In
of
the forest, yeah.
Yeah.
I'd like to go to that one.
There's like a fake Tomorrowland over here that tries to be like that. Elbro tries to do that as well.
Mm. Is that winter Tomorrowland as well, isn't it?
Yeah, that's in the Alps in March.
I don't know how that would work though. I mean,
You're gonna be freezing.
well, are you better off but then you're in the Alps, and then do you want to be feeling shitty and not skiing the next day? Do you know what I mean? I don't know. Are you better off not doing one or the other?
I
Go
don't
skiing
know.
or go to a festival?
I
Do
don't
you
know.
really want to be doing
I
both?
tell you what, if they had the same setup, I'd probably prefer the winter one. Because I know I wouldn't get so sweaty and gross.
Yeah. I mean, maybe if you treated it differently, you just don't get wrecked.
I mean-
but then it'd be nice. Yeah, it would be nice.
Because it's their first year, I'm sure they're going to have TV dishes and stuff anyway, so I probably wouldn't go. I'll watch it on YouTube just to see how
What, the
it
winter
is,
one?
the vibe. Yeah,
But they've not done it.
it's the first ever one.
Oh right.
They've never done a winter one, as far as I'm aware.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm sure they'll. But they're so well organised anyway. But
Fair
I
enough.
think I'll watch it, see how it is. I've not even been skiing before anyway, or anything like that.
I've been good skiing.
I'm looking. Oh yeah, I love skiing. It's so much fun. I sort of went every year since I was 5 as a family, but we always used to go as a massive group. About sort of 5 different families. We'd drive up to France for a week. Good memories. It's good fun. But yeah, I'm looking forward to when we're all on a level we can do skiing, big skiing trips as a group.
I think we were
amazing.
talking about not skiing, but I remember you messaged me the other day about doing a little road trip somewhere, just doing a bit of a getaway.
So I watched this YouTube video the other day where it literally just went on a road trip and went into the mountains in Canada and just filmed it all and just
Brokeback
exploring.
Mountain stuff.
Brokeback Mountain style, yeah.
Yeah.
And I watched it, I was like, there's so much of this country I've not even seen still, and there's places
Yeah.
like that I need to go and see.
Yeah, there's some
So I messaged them, I was like,
beautiful
watch
places.
this, let's do something like this. Like, just go in like the, what do you say, go Peak District.
Go Peak District, you can go Lake District, you can go Scotland, but that's just a bit more of a drive.
Yeah, I love Scotland. Yeah, maybe we should look at renting a house in the middle of nowhere for a weekend.
Yeah, just go on Airbnb, find somewhere and just go and explore around it.
Yeah. Okay.
Like that. Where's Lake District's near Manchester, isn't it? That's
Yeah.
like a 5 hour drive.
But yeah, I've done drive to Manchester recently. Yeah, it's about good 4 or 5 hours without stops.
Yeah, I did mine.
I think we can do something like that. That's like a good distance.
Yeah, you can do that, and then maybe even
I would like, but then when we went, where did we go? South Wales.
Mm.
And that beautiful little forest bit.
Yeah, there's probably some great places
That
in
was a
Wales.
sweet spot. Do you remember what it was called? It was by the River Wye.
Yeah. I think, we were talking about maybe going back there next month, actually.
Wales is a cool spot, man.
I remember there's that trip that I don't know if it ever happened where Billy wanted to do that world's longest zip line thing.
That's where we went in Snowdon. We went there a couple of years ago.
Mm.
That looks cool. I like those kind of thrill
I
seeker
could
type
go for
things.
a good hike. As much as my knee will take me.
Yeah, my knees are shot.
Right. It's been 51 minutes. Does that feel like a good amount of time?
What do you think, podcast? Save through the nether.
Yeah, I don't know. Should we just carry on chatting for another 10 minutes?
Whatever you fancy.
Yeah. Just trying to gauge whether 45 minutes
Gotta
or an
round
hour
it
is
up.
better.
Round it up.
Yeah.
Put it all
In
in.
fact, we've naturally got to 50.
Not bad.
Yeah.
Mine says
When you say
48.
round it up, you mean wrap it up or round it up? Carry on talking and round it up.
Round it up. Don't be silly.
All right. Round it up, Peter.
Round it up. Well, I think it's been really successful. It's been really cool. I definitely want to pursue this like road trip thing, and the fact that we can do this stuff quite remotely as well makes it a lot easier.
Yeah.
So like we can do stuff, and I do want to push out some more like vloggy videos. Because remember when I bought my little camera, that was so fun just to like take that around, do videos. That's something I want to start
Well, I
doing
said to you as well, like, I'd like to do a couple of videos on using that.
Well, Ida, would you be up for? I was going to ask you about this. Me, Harry, and Hugh, just filming, just doing a short sort of, I don't know, short sort of, I suppose, vlogs or a sort of small series of us just going out to different places in nature and just chatting and being a bit candid. Just because it's something Paul sort of has said a few times, just that we are quite unusual. And that it's that he finds it entertaining listening to us, and that other people would, so that we should experiment with them.
if the camera's not being used, you can borrow the small Sony.
Yeah. But would you be up to actually filming us and putting something together?
Depends on the availabilities, man.
Yeah.
If it's something that I've got nothing else to do.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, just be an interesting experiment. If something comes of it, then
experiments.
So, quick question then for you guys: is this episode 3 now of what you've been doing?
This is the third one.
Third one, yeah.
How you been finding them?
I've really enjoyed them actually, because it's nice. Yeah, there are a number of reasons I've wanted to do it. One, I just love podcasts as a medium, but I also think if I do one a week for a year, then my conversation skills and diction will only improve. I'll notice things that I do, and
I mean, I'm bad for mumbling. I mumble so much when I talk.
You do the old.
And I do it a lot.
yeah.
If you ever watch the second episode of the Behind the Bulldog thing, you'll see me just tutting a lot.
Yeah.
It's just like a habit.
You'll find that once you keep doing this sort of stuff, you'll get those little niggles away, and your speech will become better.
Like I said to you the other week, like it's when you haven't got something to talk about and you try and fill that gap where you feel that you've got to say something. To go,
it's letting the other person know that you haven't finished speaking.
Yeah.
Wait while I'm thinking, because I haven't stopped.
Done.
But it's
over.
It's if you're comfortable leaving a pause, it actually comes across as more confident, because what you're saying is I know you're going to wait for me to think what I'm going to say. Other than going, but yeah, I say too much.
I wonder what I have. I don't know. I'm trying to still decipher.
Yeah, I think you're pretty good actually. I haven't picked up on anything you do. I'll let you know if I do that.
I used to say a lot.
I used to but I think I've made such an effort not to that somehow has slipped in.
You need to replace it with something, so you need to be confident. So whether it's that pause, like you said, or replace it with something.
Yeah. See, I'm okay leaving a pause now. I think. I don't know why I say like. It's like. I don't know why I say like, because the isn't filling time.
No.
I don't think.
No.
But as you say, it's just like
It's just overused.
You're just letting someone know that you haven't finished and you've got something else to add. But yeah, I think like it's just such a common word anyway that everyone has that as their filler.
Yeah.
Especially as an Essex thing. Oh, that's also another thing. I remember we were at. I think we were at the Roebuck, or we were at some pub, and we were talking to these girls, and they said, "Oh, where are you from?" And he said, "Oh, from Essex." And they're like, "No, you don't sound from Essex." And it's like, "No, because you're putting a voice that you want to." I don't want to sound Essexy because I don't admire that.
No,
so
I want to sound eloquent.
Proper.
Yeah, I mean, I'm from like myself from Essex. People that say I sound like it, but as a kid I travelled a lot between places. So I never really picked it up. Usually, I've got twangs of it, but especially if I'm drunk, it will come out.
The other thing with the pot, I feel like it's almost a bit of a dying art. Just sitting down and having a long. When else, I've really enjoyed just having a good chat. But we wouldn't have just had an uninterrupted hour's chat otherwise, really, would we?
But this pulls it back to
without. I mean, maybe down the pub.
Yeah. This pulls it back to where like the whole texting social thing. You're like, this is lost. This kind of
that's kind of the beauty of podcast. I almost feel like we've come full circle back to sitting around the campfire telling each other stories. It's that I think there's something very human about it. And we've almost come full circle. I think it's something that appeals to us.
It just feels so healthy. You take that for granted a lot. I think especially when you get caught up with such the modern day race, just like trying to everything's social, just texting, messaging. It's like it feels like so different, just sitting down, just chatting now.
Yeah, it does. I think it's a nice thing to do.
I like what Bill Burr said. He's like, technology should have just stopped like during the 90s. It's like we're enough. That's enough there.
Yeah, I think so much of things is just being mindful of.
It's
They're great, but it can also be bad. And
just
just
gotta
being
learn-
mindful of the difference and make it work for you in a positive way.
Yeah, you just got to learn that fine balance. Like, what is the right balance of spending time on Instagram? Like, the new update on my phone tells me how many times I pick up my phone a day now.
Does it?
And what apps I use, how many times I've opened an app in a day.
So-
Instagram's the top, funny enough.
Tell you what's been a big deal. I quit. Yeah, listening to an audiobook. I stopped. I've just stopped looking at Instagram and Facebook during the week. So I'll only look on weekends, and I just deleted the apps on my phone.
Yeah.
But just because, you just don't even the amount of time you waste. Your brain just automatically goes on it, and you get this little dopamine hit just through scrolling through, and you realise that that is an addiction.
Yeah. The amount of times that my alarm goes off, I turn it off. The first thing I do, I open Instagram. Like, why? What was the point?
Yeah.
It's like an autopilot.
Yeah.
I don't actively think I need to look at Instagram. It's
Yeah.
like bang being, right, I'm on Instagram now. And then you just start looking into people's highlights.
If you heard of, if you did watch Elon Musk Joe Rogan talk, I like that bit when he's talking about, I was saying, how much, if we had that like AI chip in our brain, how much better it would be now. And he was giving the example, it's like, well, imagine that you could just think of anything and you'd have instant information. Because actually, right now we do have that. It's called our phone.
But the interface is so slow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we actually, it's like, it might take us, 10 seconds, 15 seconds to go on Google and to type something in, what is this?
Yeah.
But it's like, we have that technology now. Like,
we're already cyborgs.
But could you imagine if 10 years ago someone said to you, right, you have to carry this device the size of a small brick to everywhere around you. Go carry it. It's going to be in your pocket, if you're in your toilet, even having a shower, you listen to music or whatever. Would you say, oh, I'd totally do that, or I wouldn't do that? So I feel like if someone said that to me back then, when I was a kid, you got to carry this around, that sounds ridiculous.
But if you explained what it did, I think you'd go, hell yeah, just stick it in my pocket. It's that tiny little thing. But yeah, it's amazing how quickly we adapt as humans and just get on with it. It's just in our lifetimes how technology's changed. It's the biggest. We're living through a technological revolution. It's been probably the biggest change in a generation that's ever happened in human history. I don't think we quite grasp that. We just adapt to it so quickly. We go, oh yeah, this is the new way of doing things. It's mind blowing what's happened.
Yeah, but I think human nature hasn't adapted technically in a while. So it's it feels. I see kids now the ages of 4 or 5, and they're just iPads. It's just you lose that actual what is humanity.
But like you say, I think it's good and bad to all of it. But there's going to be teething problems while we navigate the waters. I think
there's
so much good about it as well, though. It's easy to focus on the negatives, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, the amount of wealth and knowledge you can use on the internet now. If I want to learn something, I can go on YouTube and watch a video or Google it or whatever. The amount of information and wealth we can get from that is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Redonkulous.
But yeah, I mean, I also see the kids now, especially even people interview for apprenticeships, and they're sort of 16, 17, 18, and just brain is mush because all they've done is just looked at a screen all day, every day. They don't have communication skills.
Also their own personality.
They just,
that's the thing, because you always you're trying to replicate someone you've seen online. It's well, who are you?
They're so influenced by online personalities and influencers. They don't have their own, like you said, style or personality trait. It's just like a machine. Just plump them out. Disgusting.
Well, on that note of pumping out.
Yeah.
Not unless you...
Don't go online yet.
Yeah. Don't break it. Don't break that 2 months.
That'd be pretty good. It's pretty good. Hit up an hour.
Cool.
Boom.
Dope.
Righto.
Lee, final words. What do you want to say to Pete?
Pete, find me on Instagram, Twitter, @Lee Dobson.
Okay. Good. Signing out.